Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be answering your commonly asked SEO questions, or in some cases it might even be business related questions as well. So going back to last week's video, we have got a question here by Snickers, and his question is regarding exact match domains. James said in Google leak video you guys made that you have to change Google's perception of your domain name so it's no longer seen as an exact match domain, but rather than as the brand with brand searches. Corey also mentions that in his exact match domain case study. How can one achieve this? So for anybody that doesn't know what that question's all about, basically in Google's recent algorithm leak, they do have another way of actually rating exact match domains. So an exact match domain might be like New York plumbers or New York chiropractors. And basically they just have a different weighting system for exact match domains. So in some cases, exact match domains don't actually end up being penalized. Now, one way that you can actually drive a lot of exact match domain searches would be to actually be seen on other platforms. So for example, whenever I publish a YouTube video, people naturally just search my name because I mention it at the start of every single video. They'll just search Kaz Radash, or who is Kaz Radash, or what does he do, etc. So that's one way of driving branded searches through to your domain, just being seen on like YouTube videos. I'll also mention another strategy in just a second. You can also do PR as well. So for example, when I got mentioned on The Sun and also Manchester Evening News, those are two pretty big publication sites in the UK. I believe they're like DR 90 plus or 85 plus or 89 plus. As soon as my name was actually mentioned on those websites, people just naturally searched it, because if you think of it, right, The Sun in the UK, for anybody that's never heard of them, they're massive. I think they're a massive newspaper to start off with. So I think they're probably even older than me on the newspaper front. But they also have got a big following on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And as soon as my article with my name that got mentioned, that got published on all of their social channels, people then started naturally searching my name. So that was another way of actually increasing branded searches. And I also believe on Ahrefs, it says that 100 people actually search for my name. So if we actually do Kaz Radash over on Ahrefs, we can search United Kingdom. And as you can see here, 100 searches a month, one keyword difficulty. So doing stuff like that, doing a YouTube video does help, making certain that you're actually getting mentions on some big publications where they actually mention your name or your brand as the actual H1. That helps as well. And then another thing that is working very well with, I see it a lot with chiropractors, is they actually set up like an Instagram or a TikTok, and they're like, even if you search on TikTok, chiropractors, or even if you search on YouTube, for example, chiropractors, you've got all of these chiropractors and they are publishing ASMR videos of clients, and they're basically just cracking their back, and people just watch that. And then if you do have an exact match domain tied to your brand, people will naturally search your brand and they might want to book you out for a chiropractor session. So you could do stuff like that. It's very endless, I would say, like the amount of opportunities you have. Like, for example, if you're a plumber, you could do weekly plumbing videos or daily plumbing videos. If you are an SEO like myself, I do daily SEO videos, and people just naturally search my name. So that's a brilliant way of actually increasing branded searches. Even if you are an exact match domain, people will naturally just search your brand. So then we have got another question, and this is from James. It's not from James Dooley, and he is asking about links. How many links does my website need? Now, I think that this is quite a bad question because there isn't actually an exact amount. I'll give you a guidance on how you should be checking that. So what I would be looking out for is aggregator links. Every single website has got some form of aggregator links pointing through to them, unless it's a brand spanking new website that got registered 3 days ago, right? That's the one caveat. But a lot of your competitors will have those types of links, and typically speaking, those types of links, what they do, for anybody that doesn't know what an aggregator link is, an aggregator link is also being named a scraper link, and what it does is it will essentially go and search a keyword. In some cases, some of these aggregator links only do certain keywords or certain industries, but what they typically do is they'll go and scrape an entire SERP. So it might search best running shoes, and it will copy everybody's content and it'll link back to everybody. So a lot of those websites, they don't actually push that much power. It is very common in affiliate marketing space, and also I see it a lot in the e-commerce space as well. One thing I will try to do is I'll try and actually find a aggregator link. So if I just search engagement rings, and if we take a look at these free websites, so if we take a look here, if you go to Ahrefs and select the link intersect section, and what we're going to do is we're going to place these guys number 1, Ernest Jones number 2, and we'll select H. Samuel as number 3 as well. And what we'll do is we'll just name this -jules.com. This is just a made-up website. I'm just trying to put myself in your scenario. So this is one example of aggregator links. So for example, bit.ly, that is just a mass tool. And again, a lot of websites actually have it, but it just doesn't pass any power. But let's take a look at an intersect of free. So we've got 808 domains here. Let's see if I can find some aggregator links. WebWiki, that's a good example of an aggregator link. They just link out to every single person. So a lot of the case, I see this type of website a lot, and it just doesn't pass any power. And if I'm being 100% honest, it might even do some damage through to your website. So if you do have any types of links like that, make certain that you are doing an active disavow with an agency. And siteprice.org, again, this is very common in the e-commerce space. This website will typically scrapes a lot of aggregator sites, and basically all it does is it's checking the prices of engagement rings or running shoes or whatever. Again, websites like that, they just don't pass that much power. ase.ro, not sure what that is. Best 7 reviews, again, this looks like an aggregator site. Yeah, it is. So it's just linking out to every single type of website. So once you start actually breaking down your competitors' links like that, you probably don't need that many links. And again, if say for example you are a local business, again going back to the computer here, solar panel company Manchester. This was actually a recent website that I actually looked at. So ecorenewablesgroup.co.uk. That, bear in mind, this like solar panel company Manchester, it gets a lot of searches every single month. They are easily generating 20-30 inquiries a month last time I spoke to these guys. But if you take a look here, 40 referring domains, it's not much. And if we actually take a look at the referring domains, again, it's not crazy amounts of links. So for example, this is a forum link, this is Yell. Yell's free to acquire. You can literally just click on get a free listing, fill out this, and you have a listing on Yell, especially if you're in the UK and stuff. They have got enfsolar.com. That's probably the one good link. This looks like a Yeah, this is a directory site. Again, it's nothing crazy that these guys have. A lot of aggregator sites, which is crazy to see. Rackley.com. This is like a Fiverr campaign, I believe, on the right hand side. Yeah, guest post / add my site, and then it's a Fiverr campaign. I wouldn't recommend this because I don't think it works that well. What I would be looking to do is focus more so on the directories, just get more directory listings, and obviously get your listings indexed as well. That will help big time. But again, nothing crazy. So again, it's not like an exact number that I can give you. One thing that I would recommend, and I'm going to be doing a video on this fairly soon, is making certain that your links are actually indexed, and that helps big time as well. And the last question we have from Stephen, and his question is to do with topical authority. How can I build out a topical map? So I've done videos on this before on building out topical maps, but a few places to actually start is obviously on Ahrefs, you do have got the competitor content gap section here. So basically you can actually fire in your website and put in 3 different competitors, and it will tell you which competitors you should, what articles your competitors have that you don't have. So that's one strategy that I like to do. The Google alphabet soup strategy, which I love to speak about, and if we just head over to Google here, and if we search for, let's do lawyers for, and then you can just work through the alphabet. So lawyers for authors, asylum seekers, animals, a sustainable economy, assault victims, etc. So you can do articles on each of these, and then you can put in B, so lawyers for business or lawyers for buying a house. So you can just write articles on each and individual one, as long as it obviously makes sense. So that's 2 different methods. And another strategy that you can use for topical authority is obviously looking at where Reddit and Quora are ranking for, and seeing what people are asking on those forums, and creating those into video articles, turning those into actual articles. Another strategy that you can do for topical maps as well, and I like to use this, is looking at YouTube videos in your industry. So for example, if you're a law firm, searching lawyers and finding an authoritative law firm YouTube channel, and looking at what videos they're targeting and what keywords they're targeting, and essentially using that video channel as your keyword research. So that's another way that you can do it. And I think that's, and obviously you've got the likes of like Google Bard and ChatGPT and stuff. So there are a variety of different ways of doing it. I know that, for example, guys like Corey do it very manually. He doesn't like to use tools. That is another strategy that you can go down, and that will take a little bit more time. But if you want to be quick as possible, let's say you just want to publish 100 articles on your website as soon as possible, I would probably go down the route of using a few different tools. So that has been the SEO commonly asked questions. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to leave a like. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, this will be a weekly episode. Some cases I might get James, some cases I might get a few other SEOs in the space to answer some of your questions. But remember to leave a question for next week. Thanks.